And I'm never learning, so try it again. Starting me over right where it began.
It's pretty boring, isn't it? This existence. Might as well not take beer off the table.
It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason, and it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And away we go from Lumen Field. Sets a return. It's Chuba Hubbard. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going down to back.
Entering play call. New coaching. Pop-up menu. You have 3. Entering. AHB slot 2. Slot FB slot T selected slot WR select slot 2 slot 3 slot LT selected slot 2 LC RG selected slot 1 slot 1 C selected slot RG selected slot entering information pop RT select slot entering LT selected slot RT slot T selected LT slot RDT RRE select slot SLC slot CB selected slot FS slot SS slot KR select slot 2 slot 2 entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game cancel. Pop-up menu. You have 3 and REDG selected. LEDG selected. DT select slot 2. SAM select slot 2. Mike's slot 3. Will select slot 3. Slot 1. FS selected slot 2. KR selected. Entering online H2H screen. Pop-up menu. You have entering LPR selected. Speed 9. AHB speed 9 speed 92 speed catching 60 catching 70 catching 65 FD selected FPWHB selected. RT selected. Power moves 40. Run block 7. Pass block 87. LG selected. RT pass block 80. Pass block 72. Zone player name REDT selected. Sam selected. Mike's player name T1 Will selected. CB player name Player name Jhorn Jr. Player name player FS player name player SS selected FS player name I hit power 18 tackle 75 tackle 69 tackle play action 6 deep throw accuracy 6 throw power hit power SS selected FS selected CB select player LEDG selected. Entering online H2H screen you have 9 options. Coaching is selected. Entering.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Choose the player to replace. Choose the new player. Choose Uncharges.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10.
Blue, go. 6 yellow, blue. Go pink. Watch out now, 50 Fury. Set.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. He will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's good for a Panthers.
Hey,
First down.
Yellow, go.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Five, 97. Set, go.
Quick to the left, it's caught. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
He's on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Looking quickly, trying to get set again.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second
Out of the gun, Young.
on the Seahawks.
Finds him over the middle. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
A gain of
I think my
15
favorite
yards.
part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it, adding all the extra yardage.
First down, Carolina.
Rail. Clock, 10. Hut, hut.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. Forced out to his right. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories and have 15 options. Add event to selected.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks nothing. Ryan
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's brought down inside the 20 on a non-eventful effort.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own
gets there first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Middle third.
Running with Walker again. He's going to get this up to about the 28. He's very close, picking up that 1st down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, keeps that defense honest.
Third down, 1 yard to go. And the quick pass out wide. He is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. That gives the Seahawks the first.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Walker on 1st down. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stop made by Derek Brown.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on Q1. The Panthers have taken the early lead. More from Lumen Field in just a minute.
Entering play from option is Sam Luke pinched the LB pinched you.
About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Staying with Walker. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Extra DB out there for the Panthers. 3rd down. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. They're down to their final 1 in this half.
LB cross pinched Luke Sam pinched you.
Panthers bringing out a 5th defensive back on 3rd.
Pushing.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Short pass brought in. He's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line.
10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. This is Cox. Let's go. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And we'll see how this plays out the rest of this half with none remaining. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Pass. Spread. Pass.
Line up the design keeper. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as frequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect one-for-one.
Mike McDonald with his eyes glued to this field, his offense lining up for two.
The Seahawks will line up for the two-point conversion.
Shaheed coming in motion left. All right, they're going to throw for it. Into a crowd, and comes up with it.
Both defenders are just as excited as the fans when these sprint signals are going for two. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board. They show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Jimmy Horn here on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Hey, green. 10 black. Drill 52.
Backs up.
Spot.
First play. Maybe he gets rocked and the ball is out. But I believe someone on the Panthers made it to the list for ball first. They're hanging on to it. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. And if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap down Young. Throwing the out route complete. Around a 4-yard gain on that one. He's taken down at the 44. Still to go here. This is second down.
At the 45-yard line.
Ready.
Young working from the gun. Right back to Leggett. He's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 49-yard
Here
line.
yet again. Young hits him on the out route. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. Julian Rowe bringing that one to an end.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5
Here's Young again.
at the 44-yard line.
Completed over the middle. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Yes, 33. Yellow. 5, 97.
Running with Hubbard at the gun. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. And Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
This is second and 6 coming up.
Blue striker.
Here's Young to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Ready.
On third down, it's Young. He's got it over the middle. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short. Now the Seahawks have to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They were lining up to go for this.
Let's go. 60 red. Check pink.
They'll run for it. Hubbard. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. They left the offense out there on fourth down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
They've got 3 tight ends on this first and goal, thinking run or play action.
10 black. 10.
Dowdle has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you. And we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Ready?
This is caught. He gets in for 2. They're going to go up by 2 scores off of that play.
15. Seahawks 6.
All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
And in the end, he's able to get into about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
Choose a player to replace. You have 11 options. Choose a new player. Choose a player to replace. You have 11 options. Free key. You have 6 options.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
Ready? We go start.
Going on first. Here's Darnold. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Cooper Kupp, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
You have 6 options.
Another try on the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
We go start.
Looking to throw. This is Brian. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. He's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Seam flat. Audible.
Back to throw it. This is a heater going deep. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Enter.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. He's brought down just inside the 25.
Shaheed on return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Red 80. Red. We go start.
Audible. Seam flat.
Yo 80. Yo 80.
From the gun, Darnold. complete.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Sprint. Seam flat.
This is Walker on seconds. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing
Spread.
it.
Throwing is Darnold on third down. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. He connects, and that brings up third down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
He has it at the 13. And a nice return out of it. Little foot. Pass throw on 30.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Let's cut.
It's Young to throw here on first. He's got him. It's McMillan. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's good.
Let's go.
Goes to the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
52 blaster.
And the Panther first
Hey,
down.
green, yellow, go. Close, 10.
Back up. Back up.
Ready?
First and 10. It's Hubbard. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
15 yards.
Looking quickly here.
That's another Panthers first down.
Young on first and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Ready, ready.
Fighting for the goal line, and he walks it. It's out. And it looks like, yeah, they got it back right at the 1-yard line and nearly in the end zone for a touchdown. That right there was impressive, Brock. Even with a fumble, absolutely no panic on his part. Finding that football, keeping the play going, and taking it in for 6.
I'm just hearing the old offensive coordinator, Tom Moore, say, whoever moves the hardest just wins. And that's what you got to do. You got to play harder, you got to play longer than your opponent, and when you get an opportunity, go seize it.
Shaheed now to return. Making some progress here. And he's well across the 45. Almost all the way to midfield before going out.
When you get contributions like that and you kick off returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear. Hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Audible.
Red 80. Red 80.
First and 10. Donald. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Into heavy coverage, and it's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to fold up.
He connects on the deep shot. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers pick it off and get points on the ensuing tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Panthers stretch the lead to 23.
Seahawks 6. Ryan
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
lady, for your side.
Audible.
Yo, lady. Stay set.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Not putting it this net. And they're going to bring him down just moments before he's able to break it across midfield. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
3 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Stay set.
Got a gun. Here's Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score this one, Mark. And physicality just like that is a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first.
Entering play.
As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
Categories. You have 15 options. Cover 2 many selected.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Ready. Your side. Stay set.
Darnold now to throw. Into traffic, complete.
Here we go.
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
And off to Walker from the gun. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. But there's a hurry-up offense here.
That's another Seahawks first down.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line.
14 more yards.
Offense up to the line
That's
fast.
another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Inside the red zone. So pass by him. And he's going to have a first and goal from 4 as he goes out.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them
First
first
and
down.
goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Stay set.
Walker. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
A 4-yard loss on the play. Second and goal.
We'll see them tackle 2nd and goal after the break. It's the Seahawks who have possession. They've got a lot of work to do, Brock. They are in a massive hole.
Choose the player to choose a new player. You have 8 options. Choose the player. Choose the player to from 8. Cover blitz loop 3.
Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Sick up.
Here we go. Set. Yo, lady. Yo, lady.
They kick the running back in motion.
Stay set.
Throw in here, Darnold. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Panthers will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
You knew before this drive started the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
Ooh, the wide receiver getting it to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness for this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them during the sticks. Job well done there.
Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
throw here. Third down. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
Okay, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Looking slant route complete. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up the Carolina first down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Entering play call, vertical, keep, shell, channel, silk, vertical, shuffle, empty, and FK screen.
Ready.
We've set it down from 37.
Let's go. 50. Green. Ready.
To the air on first down. Young. Inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He gained 11 on that play. Let's go for the Panthers first.
Panthers, first down. First and 10
Ready.
at the 26-yard line.
30.
Exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I will. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than this has turned out to be. You got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. Kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Here's second and 10 from the 21.
Seam flat.
They'll give up the gut to Walker. It's a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be third down.
You make that call, just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big deal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Extra DB out there for the Panthers. Third down. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. He gets 6 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Walker running right. This time they've got him. He can't make another tackle. He will go down that line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Second down, Walker's going to get it again. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got third down. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with the West Coast trip, they played their game. They're taking this victory back east with them. So for my partner Brock Hewitt and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Seattle.